Hi guys, welcome to the Battle Systems unboxing for Maladum. Beautiful box is here. My name's Colin, and this is
Ben.
Here we go. Yeah, we won't waste any more of your time. We're going to unbox this lovely here. So I'm going to take this off. Oh, okay. First thing is this lovely map, Ben.
Okay, so here we've got a lovely neoprene mat. It's made deliberately a little thinner so that it will fold up in the box without leaving crease lines on it. It's also ready gridded for you with 2.5 centimeters.
Agreed. Yeah,
roughly an inch. So perfect for any kind of miniature game, really. And when you're playing Maladum, it means you can make all your movement without having to make any measurements, which is super handy.
it is awesome. Absolutely. Then in this lovely little bag here, got an awesome dice tray, dice bag. Thank you very much. Size bag. Yep.
It's very nice.
It is pretty good. And, well, the idea with this thing is obviously you can pull it and stuff like that, but when you're dipping in, you can really just fold this thing, and it's got a flat bottom so that when you're dipping into counters and stuff, you can get in really quick and easily without having to mess about with bags floating around on the table.
It feels like a really nice upgrade from the
We did upgrade it. Kickstarter did okay. So we decided to upgrade the dice bag, which is really cool.
That's great.
Yeah, absolutely. Then the important range rulers. You guys probably seen this kind of stuff before from Core Space.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, these are the upgraded ones as well, so they're nice and clear, and see-throughs too in there.
Yeah, lovely.
They've got the long, well, medium range and short range.
Let's open them out so we can have a little look at them. So this is the short range.
Absolutely. Yep. Oh, no measuring in game. This is really cool.
These feel a bit thicker and more sturdy as well.
They are thicker and sturdier, yeah, and they've got these cool little arrow things on, which we put on at the last minute, which I thought were really cool.
Very nice.
Awesome. Got some baggies in there. We always include extra baggage with everything so that you can, once you've popped out all your parts, you can put stuff in. And then we've got this. What's this, Ben?
This is rubbish you can throw away. This is not rubbish. Do not throw this away. This is used to store all of your elements nicely in the box at the end. We'll show you how to do that when we've finished.
Yeah, do not get rid of that. Absolutely. Okay. Then
this is the exciting part.
the minis. These are absolutely beautiful. So we've got this lovely tray here with all of our minis in, and I'll take this little top off here so that we can really get a good look at the miniatures. So we've got 3 different colours of miniatures here, so you can, without even painting, you can easily tell. We've got your adventurers here, and you've got the revenant, basically your adversaries, including this big guy at the bottom. And in this kind of like maroony red colour are all your wandering beasts, which is really, really cool. Not only that, in here, we've got these extra storage trays. We've always left some empty trays there as well. That's just so that you can store additional content like expansion-y kind of stuff. If you want to take some extra stuff around your mates to play a game or something like that, we've got extra space in there for you. But we've also got in here your little dice here. Got a whole pack of dice. Totally upgraded the dice. First time we've done that with our marbling, and we've really gone to town on the quality of the dice. That's really, really cool. And then you'll find lots of these little pegs here. And these are used to track the various stats throughout the game. We'll have a look at the dashboards in a minute. And so you'll be able to use those. And that's everything that's in there. And again, once you've unbagged these, you can pop them back out and just store them back in here.
So the quality of these miniatures, it's phenomenal.
Absolutely amazing.
The detail on them is amazing.
We've been doing miniatures for a while now, and we're using the best factories that we can get hold of that make lots of really top tier games, and
it's really good quality plastic.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So
nice and hard.
Yeah, hard enough, but just enough giving it so that you can just like drop these things around without them sort of falling apart, as it were.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. Best sculptors, best miniatures. Awesome. Yeah. Let you put that back on there. Cool. Then in the box here, we have just got this piece of paper, which is to protect the rulebooks. Don't need this. And then underneath, we have got the campaign book, the first read, and a rule book.
So this is what you're going to want to start with first. This is the quick start guide. It's a really handy way to just jump in. We know what it's like when you've got a a new game, you can't wait to get it on the table, you want to get stuck straight into it. So this is what this is designed to do. You can come back to these later. They give you loads of detail on everything, but this is so you can just get started and get playing, which we all want.
Yeah, we got asked for this kind of quick start guides a lot, and when we did it in our firstborn game, everyone was like, "Oh, Carl, this is really amazing." So we just had to stick that in Maladum as well.
Brilliant.
Cool.
So Maladum comes with a full campaign for you to run through. So and as you can see, they will come with lovely maps telling you what to do, how to lay it out. You've got all your instructions, and this one is full of all sorts of twists and turns. I can't wait to get stuck in.
Absolutely. Unlike our normal campaigns for other games, what happens with this one is it's not just a linear, straight campaign. So the decisions you make will, you may be able to play 15 or 16 or 7 different, quests, as it were, or you might end up just, being able to get through it in maybe 8 or 9, So, yeah, pretty cool.
And, of course, just like with Core Space, we'll be releasing regular missions for you to play for free off the website.
Cool. Awesome.
And then finally, we have the core rulebook. There is roughly this much of it, which is the actual rules and things, and then the rest of it is more background and detail. So it's not an intimidating thing to get stuck into, is it?
It's not.
And as you can see, lots of information about how you use the terrain, which we're going to come into in a minute, which is a really important part of this game.
Agreed. And like all our rule books, we've really gone to town on giving you really good visuals in there for rules, rather than just like graphics of how things are done. We've literally taken photographs of the game in play and made sure we've colour-coded the photograph with a bit of Photoshoppery so that you can understand exactly how characters move and how they interact and, what a rule really means.
Yep.
Which is pretty cool.
Anything else about that one?
No, I'm happy with that.
It's good.
So what have we got still left in the box? We've got a couple of blocks of cardboard here. First one is the terrain. There's a big hefty block of cardboard here, which is the terrain. And also we've got another block of cardboard, not quite as hefty, but nonetheless substantial, which is our all of our sort of character boards. So and components and things. So the terrain one is got a very kind of satiny finish to it, which is really cool because that means that you don't have all this kind of glossiness to it. And then with our actual components for our characters, this has got like a dry wipe surface on it, so you can mark it with a pen and easily spot counters and stuff against the backdrop of the terrain and the game mat and everything as well. So as usual, this is if anyone's ever got any of our existing products, like any of our terrain products, this is the same high quality kind of 1.6 millimeter high density board, which is, we've been doing for over a decade now, which is awesome. Okay, cool. I'll pass that to you. So what we got left in the box here is just a little side tray here. I'm just going to pull the whole thing out. You don't need to, but just to give us a bit more room. And this will be taped down here so it doesn't fly around in the box as it travels over the sea. So I'm just going to quickly take this little bit of tape off here. And I'll pass this to you, Ben. You can talk about the dread track and the character boards.
So the Dread Tracker is similar to what we've had in our previous Core Space games, and it's a really nice mechanic that means that as you stay longer on the mission, more and more things are happening. It's getting more and more exciting. It stops you just hanging around, cleaning up the place. It's really good.
Indeed. Yeah, and the little plastic pegs that we showed you, the little black ones go in there, and that tracks it all.
Brilliant.
Cool. Character dashboards.
So you have one of these for each of your characters. You have a place to put the character board. You've got their class board. You've got their equipment.
Yep.
And this new feature, if you played Core Space before, this new feature here, which is where you can put your status effect.
Yeah, it's fancy. We need status. We need people to be bludgeoned and wounded and fatigued and all these kind of things. So, and we've got all your usual tracking in there, but we have got this new status field as well. And unlike Core Space, these dashboards are a little bit bigger as well for those that have played, our other games. So we've got a little bit more space for character information, but also for equipment as well. And then, uniquely to Maladum, we've also got these dashboards as well, which are for our kind of wandering adventurers and sometimes other characters that might just wander in. Very similar to our existing ones, but more for the NPCs. So we can have more powerful NPCs to attack or to interact with and make it safe.
it feels like a small change, but actually it's quite an exciting addition to the game because it gives you that much more flexibility around it.
Yeah, we can interact with characters that are kind of on par and on level with us, or sometimes much more powerful.
Yeah,
It's really cool. There's not a lot left in here. With the terrain, you're going to need some little clips here. So we have these plastic clips, which you'll get a bunch of, more than enough for all of the campaign missions that we put together in the book, and as many builds as you want to do. That'll allow you to clip your terrain together and sort of pull it apart really quickly, pop it back into the box. We'll show you that when we show you how to pack the box back up. And the only thing left in here is we have some event cards here. Big stack of event cards. I'm not sure how many's in there. It looks like a pack of at least 50. It looks like a standard kind of deck. And these are giving you all of your events that happen, as you go through the game. So we've got a big block of those.
And they in core space, these are what add all the sort of cinematic moments, I find.
Exactly. And it's
exactly the same.
Exactly the same in Maladum, absolutely. And we've got some interesting new things that we've done with the events. You'll really enjoy that. To make life easier as well, we have got some reference cards as well here. And this just really helps, having a tarot-sized card, if you like, with just the basics of your people's magic skills and stuff on there. So we're not constantly flicking through the rule book. And the only thing we've got left in this little box here now is this pen here, which is the Maladum pen, which is a dry wipe, which is specifically for in between missions only. You don't have to use this while you're gaming. Is to kind of upgrade your characters and upgrade their levels of skill. And you just like dot, which is why we've got these laminated boards separate from the terrain.
Perfect.
Okay, so moving all that to the side, that is the core contents of the retail box. But the question is that once you build it all together and you've built up your terrain and you've assembled all the little bits of furniture, because it's got this beautiful 3D environment, is how do we get it back in the box? Well, it does fit, and we're going to show you that now. Okay, so you've seen how it comes as an actual, when you first buy it and you unbox it, as it were. Since then, Ben and I have had a cracking game of Maladum.
It's been brilliant.
And as part of that, we've assembled all of our items for the first time, which I've got spread across the table. And we've got the videos to show you how to assemble each and every component. It only needs to be done once, but once it is done, you can crack on and have a good game of Maladum, and it's just really cool. Okay, but what you do want to do, as promised, is get this back into the box, and that's what we need to show how this all goes back in the box. I hope it fits. Okay, so we know it fits, don't worry. So what we're going to do is, if we just draw your attention quickly to the lattice over here. Thank you, sir. The thing that we explained not to throw away is kind of important, because this is going to help you really set this up inside your box. So I'm going to just very quickly and hopefully in the right way put this lattice together. So I'm going to do this like so. And you'll notice there's like little cutouts on these, and we kind of need these to be on the opposite sides when you put this together. And it'll be the same with the top as well. We've got a little curve in here, and I want to make sure that it's this way round over here on this side as well. And the reason is because once this is all done, you test this first before you start packing away, is that you want your ruler to kind of be able to sit in those recesses, and then we can put some stuff on top of it. Okay, so as long as this is working, this lattice is completely fine. So I'm going to pull the box back onto the table so you guys can see this as I pack it in. And then I'm going to try and remember how to get this all back in the box. You ready? So first thing you're going to do is you're going to put that lattice in the bottom there, but we're not going to put this ruler in yet. I'm just going to start packing this tray. So a lot of the items that are going to go into here are going to go back in just where we took them out. So there's a nice space for the event cards there. We've left the gaming counters, the actual ones that we've, because it's a campaign game, this pouch is like an ongoing pouch that will always feed your games. So I'm going to roll that up, and I'm going to pull it nice and tight at the top, and I'm going to fit it into this little pouch area here, and just push that down until it's level. And then I put the reference cards back in the little slip that come with it. Oh, where's my pen? I'm going to pop the pen into the little pen slot, and then I'm going to put that on top. Okay, so that's this bit out of the way. There is another little space here, which I'm not putting anything in at the moment, but I might need to pull on it if I can't get this into the lattice. So we'll see what happens. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take all of these little items and I'm going to pack them into the lattice. And I'm going to start with the two kind of large items. I'm going to make sure that I put those in the middle like this, because they're a bit tight in some of the other sides. Once I've done that, I'm going to take my big chunk of walls here, and you don't have to do this, but I like to just put some rubber bands around it so that I can, just throw it around, dosh people with it, etc. So that goes in there, and I've done similar things here as well with some other small wall bits and things like the character boards. And there's no specific way this goes in. What you then do is you just take all your little bits of scatter that you put together, and you're going to just fit it in the box. So that's what I'm going to do now. We can speed this bit up, but you'll see me just chucking it all in there. Okay, so as you can see, I've got managed to pop all of the bits of terrain in there. I've also popped the character, the Revenant board that I put in there, and there's space for me to just put the camp board here, character boards in here. Haven't utilised this, and I've still got extra space, in some of these bits here. So done very well for space as far as I'm concerned. You'll be able to get this in the box, no problem at all. Now is the time that we're going to put the range ruler across here. The reason is for this, the recess is I can put the books on top of this now without it kind of bending the range ruler. We don't want to bend the range ruler. And once I'm happy with that, I will then take the books. I've got this little range ruler as well, which can just fit anywhere in here. I'm going to take the books, all three of them, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to place that on top like this. And then the miniatures. You can see here what I've done. I put the miniatures back in their spots. I've got the little, maybe I should take this off in case it's a bit glaring. I've got the little pegs in their little trays, and there's some more pegs underneath here as well. And I've used the baggies to separate the playing counters and some of the components I don't particularly need, some of the traps and things like that. And then also some other components that are not in the leatherette bag thing that we've got. Okay, cool. So I'm going to put that back on there, and then this will fit nicely on top. And now you'll notice that the whole game box is a lot higher because of the lattice, as it were. So all we've got to do now is put the dashboards in. So I'm going to start with the small ones at the bottom, like so, and then I'm going to put the larger ones on top here. And we've still got this little space here. Now, there are some empty spaces in here still. There's this little empty space under the dashboards. There's lots of space under here. So if you've got expansions and you want to put just a particular expansion, a few more models, you've still got space to be like, okay, I'm going to have the core game. I'm going to take this. We're going to play this, but we're also going to have, I don't know, Oblivion's More or something. You want a couple of miniatures or components from there. So there's still plenty of space. And the last thing we do is we grab the game mat and we place that in there, and we grab the lid. Perfect. And that's how you get everything back in the box.
And store it nice and easily on your Kallax or your shelves.
Stick it on the shelf. Make sure it comes out on a regular basis, please.
Yeah, no difficulty there, is there?
No, exactly. So, awesome. Well, that was cool. Hope you enjoyed that. And hope everybody understands exactly what's in the box and how easy it is to get back in, even when you build all the terrain.
Agreed.
Awesome. Okay, that's it all from us, guys.
Yep. Till the next one.
Happy gaming.